The Vietnamese Communist Party Central Committee accepted the resignation of President Vo Van Thuong. That makes him the second president in 13 months, but the fourth Politburo member in 15 months to resign from that leadership body. This reinforces kind of a period of political instability in Vietnam, which is usually known for its political stability. We really don't know what comes next in terms of who succeeds President Thuong. It would have to be someone from the Politburo, because the president is one of the four pillars of the collective leadership of the Communist Party and Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The vice president will serve in an acting capacity. I think the real question that would be on the minds of many people is, what does this mean for Vietnam's leadership going forward? They will have their next party congress in January 2026. Though that seems like a ways off, the planning sessions for the 14th Party Congress are already underway. Right now, this really looks like it was a politically motivated attack on Thuong. The allegations and the reason why he stepped down date back to the time when he was a provincial party chief back in 2011 to 2014. So people were really digging into his history to take him down. So this is not something that came up in a recent investigation. I don't think it means a lot for the Vietnamese public. You know, the leadership of the country is very autonomous. They're not accountable to the public. Everyday people do not have that engagement with the party leadership. But it does matter for the business community. You know, no country has benefited more from supply chain diversification out of China, decoupling or de-risking, whichever term you want to use, than Vietnam. 2 years ago, they received over $23 billion in foreign investment. In 2023, it increased to around $36 billion that was publicly committed. But, you know, one of Vietnam's key selling points to foreign investors is political stability. And let me just, give you a contrast. From 2018 to 2023, Malaysia had 5 prime ministers, and that political churn really hurt the foreign investors. There was no continuity in policy. There was a lot of political risk involved, and Vietnam capitalized on that. And right now, they're really shooting themselves in the foot at a time when there are all sorts of other problems when it comes to foreign investment. The anti-corruption campaign has led to a slowdown in implementation. Infrastructure projects are not being built because everyone is terrified of being caught up in this campaign. Vietnam has electricity shortages. There is rampant corruption. So it's not the easiest place to do business. And again, that one selling point they had was, pretty competent macroeconomic leadership and political stability. One thing to understand is that this is all part of a long-term campaign by the incumbent General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong. He truly believes that corruption is an existential threat to the Communist Party. They can recover from this. Vietnam has a young population, a very well-educated population, a fairly increasingly productive workforce. It's a market of 100 million people, and there have already been massive amounts of investment. Since President Biden's visit there, they have been courting investors, especially in semiconductors, to come in. But they do have to understand that the investment does move. And should Vietnam stop performing and companies get stuck with, projects that are gone unimplemented, they will move to India. They will move to other places the next time around.